Hey guys, what is going on? Shy here, and today we are actually going to be doing, I guess, our first official Shadowlands content video. I'm super stoked. The expansion's been great so far. I unfortunately wasn't able to get a lot of time off of work, but every waking moment that I wasn't working, I was definitely playing and grinding this game, probably like most of you have been at this point. I have two level 60s now. One of them, my druid, actually is like 179 item level, 180 item level, so super high. Got really lucky with some of my Mythic 0 loot. And my paladin just hit 60 as well. I did the Threads of Fate. Was pretty well done. I mean, it was a little slow at the end, but just don't do Ardenweld as your Threads of Fate if you do it. But yeah, no, everything's been going great. Shadowlands is looking really good. Torghast is super fun. Dungeons are looking awesome. And that's why I'm making this video. So I've been trying to work on some of my other guides. I think a lot of you have been finding my Necrotic Wake dungeon guide that I did like 2 months ago now, or 3 months ago. It's been so long, and that most of that was done on beta, and there's been a lot of changes since then, so I might have to update that guide. So if you do watch that video, or if you did watch it, there might be some inaccurate information in that video, so just a heads up, a warning. I don't think I'm going to take it down because most of it's still accurate, but I'll be reshooting that at some point in the near future. But there's a really cool site that has kind of been developed very recently, and it looks really good. And if you guys haven't heard of the site, I don't think it's gotten a lot of attention. Like, it's gotten a lot of attention, but like not as much as I imagined it would. And I'm actually just going to talk about that site today. So the site is actually called mythictrap.com. Go check it out for yourselves. I'll have a link in the description below so you guys can play around with this, but this will be such a good tool for any of you looking to get into dungeons. So some of you might have not done dungeons yet, or might not have had the opportunity to, or are looking to kind of start getting your Mythic Zeros out of the way for the first week and the second week before Mythic Plus season opens up. And this is going to be an extremely good tool. So obviously watch your guides, watch some of the playthroughs that people have put out there already. I'm definitely going to be doing some of my own. But this site is really well done. It's very clean. It's definitely eye candy for sure. Like, the site is just well designed, at least I think. And it's still under development. So like, they're planning on doing a raid guide. They're going to have a landing page. They don't have one right now. They're going to have resources as well. So I think they're trying to partner with like streamers and stuff to have like basically an all-inclusive Mythic Plus dungeon site. So what's really cool about the site is that it has all the dungeons so far. They're all done. You're going to get like tips and tricks and strategies and routes that you're going to be able to take to clear out the dungeon. Now, because of percentages, I think they're going to eventually include like routes, especially from like now, about these dungeons, but they're going to give you for each section which route you should take just based off of like percentage values for the different types of content. At least that's kind of what I'm assuming right now. These aren't going to there's no recommended path for either of these two different strategies, and I don't think a lot of these things change either when you click. So I think that's something they're going to add, and I hope they add it, and I hope they add something higher than plus 10, because like personally I'm a player who plays it well above a plus 10 level, so we're gonna have to see. But you can go check this out if you have, like, if you don't know anything about these dungeons, or you just want to read up on it instead of just kind of trying to search through the dungeon guide or like watch people's videos and point of views. This is a good place to read about. So you can select any dungeon. Actually, what I really like about this site is the Mists of Tirna Scythe is really good, because if you haven't done that dungeon yet, there's this like maze in the dungeon that you have to do and go throughout. So if you click on this Mist Caller section, it's going to bring you to this like maze practice puzzle, and it explains exactly how it works and what you should be looking for. I know there's been a lot of confusion. I've been in so many pugs so far that it just keeps running through the wrong door, and it's the most infuriating thing. So what you can do is you can open this up and select the odd one out. So it's obviously this one because it's circled. And so you're looking for the odd one out essentially. So there's three things that are like factors. It's the shape, it's the circle, and then it's like the opacity. So if you look at here, you have to see, okay, there's a leaf. Three of them are leaves, so the star must be the right one. So you run through the star door. And you can actually sit here and just keep testing out the different things. So again, it's the shape here. Here it's actually, oh, it's the circle. So that took me a second. And you could just sit here and just practice it. So this one's opacity. So it's click the odd one out. So you can just actually play this. I don't know how many different patterns they have in here. I want to say it's like 10 or 20 different patterns that they have, so you can kind of sit here and practice. And they also have gifts or like mini videos for each of the mechanics in the dungeon. So not only these traps, or I guess this maze, but every dungeon and every like section of the dungeon. They have all the mob abilities laid out and what you need to kick or CC, kick or purge, what to dodge. And this site is just looking really, really clean and really, really good. So if you're looking to get into dungeons and you're curious about all the information in the dungeons, go check out the site. The link will be below. They do have a Discord link. I'll include that as well, so you can join that. Give them feedback if you find any like typos or bugs or any kind of like cool tricks. I think their plan is to also add like really niche things, like what can you shadow meld? What can you like do certain things on? Like I guess like, I don't know, the big thing is like shadow meld. I don't know any. What's another like racial that's really overpowered? I guess like the Blood Elf racial for like dispelling, but that would just be considered a purge. But like so this stimulate resistance is something that you could purge. So I think they're going to try to include all that in the advanced tips, but it's all under construction. So anyways, that is that site. Go check them out. Go help them out. You can also get their Discord link here, I guess, and go check out those dungeons. And I will catch you guys in a future video very soon. I'm going to try to get some more dungeon guides out and definitely be continuing with more tank content. So take care.